and I've been asked to go over how to flip your class. Have you ever had to stop your class from teaching because there was an emergency? Maybe your child just fell and they got hurt, or the UPS man's knocking at your door to deliver a package and you must sign for it, or your mother calls you on the phone desperately needing to talk to you. Well, those are all disruptions that can be avoided with a recording. So that way the student has a nice, precise lesson to listen to without those added distractions. And I know there's lots of students that want to ask questions about the material, but they feel very scared to raise their hand and interrupt you. So I found that recording my lesson before the class starts in a precise, concise way gives those students time to ask questions during the real class time. I've had many students tell me they're no longer scared to ask a question because they know they're not interrupting me. Our students are very respectful and they love us very much, and they feel like they are a bother to us if they ask a question while we're trying to lecture. So why not give them a recording of the information, very precise, and then open the door up for question time during class time. Also, most of our students are very busy. Some of them work for a living to help support their families. Some of them are athletes and travel all over the United States, and some even in the world. We have students that have hospital situations and health concerns. Some of them are parents, so they can't always be there to listen to you live. So listening to the recording is probably the way most of our students listen anyway. So this is the way that I do my recordings. I'll put the camera up against the computer and show you. So I arrange my classes early in the morning. Now, I'm not telling you you need to do that, but it's easier for me because my home is quiet, my children are asleep, and I just go in there, open up my class. Now, even though this one says 6 o'clock in the morning, I actually opened my class up at 5:30 in the morning. So I just tell it that I'm going to open at 6 because I don't really want any students to pop into the room. So once again, I put 6 o'clock in the morning, but I record at 5:30 in the morning. Therefore, I know for that 30-minute period time, I'm not going to have any interruptions. Also, I learned to just lock the door. And you can go to Tools at the very top, Moderator, and put on there that you do not want anyone to enter the room. So that's just a preference of mine. Now, I call my recordings the following. I say recording, say what class it is because I teach 2 classes, and then I say specifically what the lesson is going to be about. In this case, solving rational equations, quiz number 4. So that was for my Math 3. So I've already made the recording before the actual class starts. So then at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, wherever my class might start, which in this case was 9 a.m., I then have a help session to go over any questions. They don't have to be questions over quiz number 4. They could even be over the very first unit. So once again, I call the recordings so that the student knows that that is the new material. It's specific to that nature, that title. And then my help sessions I have during my normal class time. I hope that helps with that part. Now, what happens in my recordings? I do exactly like if there were students in there. I say, do you have any questions? Pause and make a note. Or pick A, B, C, or D. I also tell them always pause and rewind if you did not understand what I was saying. So I'm going to put the camera back on myself and just tell you a couple of little testimonies. One of my students in my pre-calculus class said, "Miss Delk, I never felt comfortable asking questions in class because I didn't want the other students to make me think that I was stupid. So this way, I know that if a student comes to the help session, they're there for questions just like I am. I've had another student tell me, Miss Delk, I'm an open enrollment, dual enrollment, and I can't come to the 9 o'clock session because I have a college class at that time. So I know no matter what, you're going to have that available to me first thing in the morning, because I usually do mine at 6 o'clock in the morning. So that student's able to listen to, and then if they need help, they can come to my afternoon session if they have a question, because I offer a variety of help sessions, sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, and on one day a week I actually offer them both morning and afternoon. I found it makes my life easier as well, because I know that when I'm recording, I'm there for one purpose and one purpose only, to teach that particular subject, that particular matter. I don't have to worry about anything else that's happened in the class prior to when I'm making my new recording. And then during the help sessions, I know in my mind that they could ask me any question. And I try to always make them feel comfortable by asking questions by never recording my help sessions. So I can tell the student, it's okay for you to talk, this is not recorded. Or it's okay to let me know that you need help with some basic math skills because it's not recorded. But then at the very end of the class, when everyone is out of the room, I press the record button and just show on the blackboard topics that were discussed. So if somebody did want to say, what's a help session like? They can see what problems we covered. So the help session is a way for the student to feel very comfortable in asking questions. The recordings are strictly there for the new materials. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like on my Class Connects. So in my class, I'm loading my class, I actually organize my recordings so that the student knows exactly where they can find the recordings at all times. And it doesn't matter if you have a PD or a doctor's appointment, or you need to take your dog to the vet, because you've made a recording of the new information, and then you can offer a help session during the other part of the day. So right here, I have on the left-hand side menu, right here, it says Class Connect Recordings. And then I organize by the date and the subject matter so that they can easily click on the recording that's suitable for them. So if they happen to be 2 weeks behind schedule, they can still go back and listen to that recording and know specifically what it's covering and that there are no interruptions. So they don't have to worry about, Susie Q asking the same question over and over and over again when they're there just for the information. I hope that helps you understand how to flip your class. If not, please send me an email and I'll be more than happy to call you and talk to you over the phone. Have a great day. Bye-bye.